What up, Aries? This is the daily read. Let's just jump right in. What is today? Today is the, holy shit, I don't even know what day it is. Today is the 11th, Monday, July 11th. Got the King of Pentacles, the Six of Cups in reverse, hope everyone is having an amazing day. Case of the Mondays. Ooh. We've got the Three of Rods in reverse, Three of Wands in reverse, same thing. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Just another shuffle. Got the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, those three want to come out. Couple more. Knight of Wands in reverse. Let's take a look at these. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Hermit, Three of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and we get one more. Got the Queen of Wands. All right. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck too. Got the King of Wands. All right, let me take a look here real quick. So what I'm picking up on, and the way I do my readings is I'm somewhat of an intuitive reader, so might not be exactly the literal interpretations of these cards. Forgive me, I'm not that hardcore. I'm more of a listen to the messages, download, transmute, and spit it back out for you, so to speak. So I'm really just kind of tuning into what the messages are based on these cards that I've drawn for you, Aries. The King of Pentacles indicate to me that you essentially could be a man in your life, could be a masculine energy, doesn't have to necessarily be a man, or it could be you if you're a strong female. But I believe that maybe in the recent past you've been focused heavily on finances, career, and at some point I think that you have kind of been taking a time out to reflect back on how much you've given in a relationship. Could be emotionally, could also be to just how much work you've put into a situation. Doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, but I'm getting that just because of the Three of Cups, or I'm sorry, the Six of Cups. And I feel like for you right now, you are taking a time out as to like what you spent your money on, where it's been valued, if it is a relationship, how much somebody else maybe has kind of like contributed and valued the relationship as well, and given back financially. And I think that at some point, probably recent past, that I think you've been kind of just wondering how much more you're going to be giving to this situation before the situation kind of balances out and it's fair. Or maybe too, you've been taking a time out to reflect back on what you have given and trying to understand if this is going to kind of be the cycle for the rest of your life. Maybe this is a marriage or something you're committed to, and you're assessing, how much more maybe you want to put in. Doesn't necessarily have to be financials. You could also be evaluating maybe a change in your career. If there's been like a business opportunity or something that maybe you're wanting to start that's different from the career that you're currently engaged in. I think overall, with all these reverse cards, you're just really taking time out trying to assess what you're in currently, what you've been giving your energy and time to, and more so, like, where you're going to kind of be going from here. Is this maybe what I want? The Three of Rods is kind of calling me in that the person's not looking at the card, so they're kind of like looking away, they're reflecting back on the landscape, just taking everything in and kind of assessing the journey that they've been on, where they're going. And it could also be too that somebody maybe recently made an offer to you, an emotional offer of some sort, or has withheld some type of offer from you. Maybe you're hoping to get one and you got rejected or something. But I think you're reflecting back on that, and you're trying to assess if maybe you want to put in that much work, or it's the right path for you. There's just a lot of self-reflecting, reflecting back on your current relationships. Could be friendships too, just any relationship in and around you at the moment, and maybe where you started out, how much you were investing into this matter, and ultimately where you've kind of ended up now, how much more you want to put in, if this is going to require, like, maybe I need a change. But you're very much just kind of assessing. I keep like getting drawn into the Pentacle, as most of the time we think like finances, career, could be goals and achievements. But for some reason, I keep hearing in the background, because I'm clairaudient, is more so like effort, like how much money you've invested, how much time, energy, and like when is somebody gonna kind of throw me a freaking bone here, like, and start getting a return on investment, so to speak, to some capacity, in an equal and balanced like way. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse too, again, lots of fucking pentacles here, is I feel like there's a masculine energy within this, or it could be a strong female, but somebody who's really maybe not as mature, as the King of Pentacles. Like there's an imbalance, maybe, not necessarily a status, but I don't think this Knight of Pentacles, who could maybe be a little bit more immature and less understanding of what it takes to like make this successful, what they're actually putting in. So it could also be like your partner, feminine energy, but I feel strongly that it's just, there's an imbalance here as to like what you're putting in versus what you're getting. And you're reflecting back on that, trying to assess, do I want to continue investing in something that is essentially not making me feel fulfilled, even though I maybe have everything material and I'm content? Something is not emotionally fulfilling for you, and it's in question. You're going deep within, trying to assess, is there something more for me somewhere else? Do I maybe need a change of direction? Three of Pentacles too, I look at as kind of an offering. But the Knight of Wands too in reverse is, yeah, I feel like there's someone around you that's just not putting in a whole lot to this relationship. And I think you see maybe what somebody else, I don't know if somebody else came into the matter, could have been a third party, what they came in, what they were willing to offer you. But I think now you're like, in the past, maybe you rejected the offer because you just like were not interested. But now you're reflecting on it, kind of state, like saying to yourself, is this the right thing for me anymore? Is there maybe a different path that I should be taking? What is my truth? Somebody else has maybe made me an offer, but I'm not fulfilled fully. It's much less than like what I deserve, type of thing. Keep hearing that too. Knight of Wands in reverse is maybe somebody's just being fucking lazy and they're just like mooching off of you too, potentially. They're just like not putting in a lot of like movement, not a lot of effort. If there's like, perhaps you're like working a shitload of hours and you just want it to be balanced, right, to some capacity, or somebody else to kind of bring forth something to the table, and this person's just kind of like being lazy, sitting on their ass, not doing a whole lot, and it's like really, really starting to get to you and irritate you. And I think that there's another energy that comes in, or did come in the past, that is much more balanced for you, Aries, that you see is strong, balanced, well put together, ambitious, goal driven, kind of has her shit together type of thing, versus somebody else who's like 50%. Let's pull a couple more cards. Knight of Cups, so an emotional offer, I think, yeah, for sure. So if there was, this person could be a Cancer too, Cancer male, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but I believe it's Cancer. It's the vibe I'm getting. Someone either betrayed you or hurt you in the past, and I think that you're trying to fully assess if you want to keep investing in this relationship. Could have been a betrayal, could have been hurt, loss, could have been just anything that maybe caused disruption in this relationship, or that was painful. And I think it's really hard for you to let go of that. For some reason, there's just something that you can't let go of. The Chariot, yeah, Cancer energy again. So, balanced. The Chariot's a master. They've mastered. This individual could be a Cancer female, Cancer male. I think this is a Cancer male, so it could also be to a Cancer female. If the Cancer male doesn't resonate with you, I feel like this is a water sign regardless. So, but the Chariot is coming up as a feminine energy. Maybe this is you, Aries. You're very balanced. You've mastered yourself, your dark and light aspects of your being. You're a contributor. You're giving a shitload. And something in the past has stung you deeply, to which you're still kind of stuck in this state of mind. Could be like you moved through this. I don't feel like it was a recent past, but there was a heartbreak at some point between these two energies that is, it's just holding up this relationship from moving forward. So let me pull 2 more cards, and then we're going to pick one of the Witch's Oracle. On the bottom of the deck, before we close it out, High Priestess. Yeah, so I don't know if you've been, recently, there's something drawing you in about, if this is not your immediate relationship, this is definitely someone in the relationship and a third party. So could be a Cancer female as well, Cancer male. But there's something very powerful that I feel like this Aries wants to come forth and give to this. But there's been a heartbreak in the past. Could have been like an ex coming back in too, that potentially maybe they want to extend an offer to an ex. Maybe they're tied into another relationship at the moment, trying to figure out how to get out of that in order to come forth to like pursue this potentially. But the High Priestess kind of indicates to me that there's something really like mysterious about this third party. I think that the Aries is kind of just either something is unclear, something intuitively is pulling you into this energy, so you're trying to move past this, but it's it's very powerful energy. There's something very intuitive that you're aware of tied to this energy or this situation that's pushing you in a completely different direction. And it doesn't necessarily have to be towards someone. This could just be like the energy pushing you forward potentially to in a different route, different life direction that maybe you hadn't considered previously, because you know it's like a ton of work. But I think that you've been giving a lot to a certain situation. Someone new maybe came in, or an ex kind of resurfaced, or you're just individually assessing, do I want to keep like giving to this situation that is not making me emotionally fulfilled, and go towards something that is just really getting it to me. I don't even know what the word is, but there's something like pulling you in. It's like magnetic, could be divine in nature potentially. Maybe there's a twin flame, twin soul, soulmate type energy that is just there's something like the aura of the high priestess. It's like there's a knowing about this connection or this other direction that you're supposed to go in that is very hard to resist, because it's, you know, this is kind of ended, you know, this is like non-fulfilling for you. It's like, why keep giving to the same thing when perhaps I need to go into a different direction that's going to be a little bit more balanced and less, you know, all one-sided, where it's balanced give and take. These two came out to Page of Cups, and yeah, again, so it's like somebody's breadcrumbing. And I think that maybe you, Aries, have kind of cut off like the emotional supply, or you're just not giving nearly as much emotionally. Like you've kind of like detached from the situation, and you're just like not giving nearly as much, even financially too. You're just kind of like pulling your reserves in, because you know you're not gonna get much out of it. It's like this person could give so much more, or the person around you is not really giving a whole lot. Maybe they're just using you for your money, and that's irritating you because you're working incredibly hard to support this relationship. And they're, you know, while you essentially deserve to have I don't think I have it out here. You deserve probably to have the Ace of Cups, and this person's giving you a page. So it could be a message too, where somebody knows like they haven't maybe been giving as much as they could have. Could be a Libra too, but could be a change in career direction. Could be also to a court legal system, divorce potentially. Maybe you're pulling your resources together because you're ready to move in a different direction and offer, maybe extend an offer to an ex, put an offer on a house, just pull your resources so you're not offering nearly as much. All right, I'm going to pull one more card, Aries, and that's going to be your reading for today. This is from the Witch's Oracle. Chalice, fertility. Yeah, and on the bottom we had crystal ball, insight. So I think some type of information is coming forth to you. Maybe you were previously unaware of how much you were giving versus how much you were getting, or maybe this energy is so powerful that you just can't resist it. And there's weird synchronicities, there's weird energies, could be a twin soul or soulmate connection where it's just pulling you in and you don't know why. You're just like thinking about them more. It's just almost like an intuitive knowing, like you're maybe meant to be with someone else potentially, or just move away from this situation. It's kind of fulfilled its purpose. And the Chalice card indicates fertility. So I do feel, Aries, that if you are debating whether or not to take a different path, to give somebody an emotional offer, to come forth with a message or a divine truth about how you feel, I feel like at this point, and there's a fish, could be a Pisces as well, water, this is going to be so much more fulfilling for you, Aries. Even though it's hard to maybe leave this situation behind, there's just been too much heartache that this has caused you. And it's just, you're not feeling like this is the right path for you. Maybe at one point you did, but maybe something came into your awareness recently that you want more out of life and you deserve more than what you're getting. So if you're up in the air, I would say you gotta go for it. Take a risk. You only live once, I guess, but you know, if you're not happy in a situation, just know that I'm not indicating that you should give up entirely. But sometimes we just outgrow certain situations. We only live once. If you're not fully fulfilled, sometimes you got to take a chance. If you have a knowing that you're just not going to feel fulfilled, and it's not going to grow to what you hope it to be, but I think this other situation will offer you so much more, and it's so much more in line with like what you're actually looking for, what you deserve, and your own worth tied to the matter. So that's all I have for you today, Aries. I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, later.